Howdy dorks, hello, hello, welcome in. How's it going? It's time for Unchatter. It's time to continue on Talos Principle. It's time to continue with puzzles. My goodness, we did just finally complete. I'm gonna say we've completed the base game last stream. We got all the gold stars, we solved all the puzzles, we got a third ending, saw the credits again. Hooray. So now we've moved on to the DLC. This will be the first full episode of DLC. We did start it last stream. We got a couple puzzles in. Looks like we've got some doozies waiting for us. And we got some interesting interactions with our computer friends. Hilarious interactions so far. Some of the funniest things I've seen in this game so far happened last stream. So I'm kind of expecting that to continue. I'm actually really excited to see what happens with our new friends. I'm also hoping that all of my computer stuff is working here today. But you know how that is. And we're just gonna kind of hop into it. Today's episode is brought to you by the chains that confine us, and by viewers like you, clicking on all the buttons down there, hanging out with us live, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in Discord, wherever you are. I want to break the chains. I want to free you from what is holding you back, and that is our job in this game today. We are saving those who were cast out by Elohim for unspecified reasons. He got annoyed with them, and now the world's ending, so now it's our job to fix it. So we're gonna kind of get into it here. I'm gonna put that over here. I'm gonna hope it works. I think it's working. Looks like it's working. You're playing Road to Gehenna. We have rescued 12% of people, so we rescued 2 people. And we saw like 4 hub worlds, and the first one has 4 puzzles, so it could be 12 people to rescue total is kind of what I'm expecting. Is 2 of 12 12%? Is that how that works? I don't know if that, what is that? Okay, hold on, now I'm curious. So we're at 2 divided by 12 is 16%. So maybe there's like, I don't know, this is probably like 15 or something? I don't know. It don't matter. It truly does not matter. Today is Thursday, right? I'm so backwards today. Or just always. Here we are. We are Uriel. We are Golden Boy. And I did turn off my veil, my thing, right? Yeah, let's turn it off. Okay. Yeah. So we are here. We have done 2 of these puzzles. Hey, look, there's a star. I did not actually see that star before. There's a star up there. Is this? We did do this one. That's funny. I totally did not see that. There are gold stars in these puzzles, obviously. I don't know how hard we're gonna go after them. I just kind of know they're there. So we've done that one. We've done this one over here. I think we want to go over this way, because that other one is like the entire outside of the level, and I'm gonna say we do that one last. So let's do this one next. It's got our familiar tools in it. So close, so far. We have a prism on a button. The blue emitter, we have a red receiver, we have our friend over there. Hello. I don't even get to see their name until we rescue them, do I? Just typing away. Working on your fanfic. Be cool if they just like actually came and talked to us. I wonder, are the robots even capable of talking? They weren't really designed to interact with each other, were they? Okay, so we do have some things here. What does this do? Just itself? We can't do it without holding the button down anyway, so that's funny. I'm gonna say we link to there proactively and unlock whatever it unlocks. Except that I need it to hold down the button. So really I just need you to go there. Okay, we're gonna see what happens. There is a way to get back, kind of. We do have that. Oh, we have one of those. Oh, good. Oh, good. Good. Okay. This has already gotten really complicated. I want to do this one first. You just pause there. And this is a star door. But the star's on the other side. That's interesting. I'm not sure what these star doors are new. I'm not sure what they're... I don't know if they unlock when we get a star, or they are things to unlock stars. The fact that we're seeing the back side of it is interesting. Oh, well, there's our red emitter. So that's good to know. So then, ultimately, I want to get my prism here, right? So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have me stand here. I'm gonna go back over. Oh, do I need to? Oh, I know what I need to do. I know what I need to do. But of course now that is just staying there, so that's handy. So now I can just connect this. That's fine. That's fine. And then I can just grab it. Perfect. So now the red emitter is there. Imagine I just need to clear this. And that doesn't really need to be over there anymore. Right? I don't need to connect to that anymore. I really just need the red, which I guess is going to come through that same window. Right? So I'm just going to do that, though of course I do need my way back over. I'm going to set it up when I get back, I guess is what's going to happen. So then I'm gonna plop you there. I'm gonna start recording. I'm gonna put me there. Then, oh, no. I can't do it that way. Okay. So I need... I need to go like this. Here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna stand here. I'm gonna pause. Gonna start with that. So now this needs to go here, and then I need to get. So I need a hologram over there, and then the real one is gonna connect to it, and then you're gonna stay there. Oh, actually. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Okay, so let's try this. Let's try this. The real one is going to be here. Hello, Lanix. How's it going? We're working on DLC puzzles today. I'm going to pause myself there. And then pause myself here? Been a minute? It has been a minute. Things have been well here. Things have been hectic. My stream schedule has been a little intermittent recently. I think I need to do that the other way around. So I want to do that, and then I need to get over. Which means you need to stand over here for me to use the fan, but then you go back over there for that to work. Goodness gracious. Okay, so here's what we're doing. I'm gonna put that there. Going to record. I'm gonna pause myself here. I'm going to grab this, except that I can't do it that way. Oh, but, oh no, I can do, well, no, I can't. Okay, I'm already very confused. I'm already very confused here. Unless I do need to get in through that other star door, that would be unusual. But we are in DLC, so unusual things can happen. Is it just... I think that means you're on the right track. True. True, true. How's it going, Fiona? Yeah, there's off-stream things happening that I'm not going into a whole lot of detail about, but they are exciting and good things, but they're taking, like, a good chunk of my time and energy. So, streams have been weird recently. It's been a bit since we did Dwarf Fortress. We're planning on our next Dwarf Fortress exploits. But I think I have some ideas in mind. So what if I start with that there, but you can't see that emitter from there. That's what's so bizarre. Not so bizarre, but like inhibiting. So if I record, I'm gonna take you, and then it's not gonna stay there. It's like I need a. Oh, I know what I can do. Nope. I'm missing something obvious here. You're gonna go there. I'm gonna run over here. Except that I can't. I was just gonna grab that one, but I need that to get over as well. So never mind. That's a star door as well. And then that just opens a gate. Do I need the star doors now? That's my question right now, is if the star doors are required. That would be upsetting. That'd be very upsetting. Speaking of Dwarf Fortress, I started a fort in an untamed, joyous glacier tundra and got to autumn before I got a huge pack of polar bear men who just came in and slaughtered half the fort. Hooray! Wow, they attacked? We made friends with them, but that was with DF Hack. Sounds like you're having the alternate universe version of our previous fortress. That's kind of fantastic. Polar bear men, as it turns out, are good at killing things. If you manage to get a dwarf citizen, like a citizen polar bear person, and you can get them to train themselves up with an axe, you're gonna do fine. But yeah, if they don't like you, then that's a problem. Makes sense, polar bears will F you up just because. They're in it for the game. Truly, truly. So, here's what I need. I need a prism here to connect through the window. I need a prism in here to connect to the emitter and to connect to that prism. I need something here to hold the button down. And I need something here to launch me back over. And that's too many things. I can't do that many things here. So I can have one real prism, I can have one fake prism, I can have a fake me, and I can have a real me, which means I could hold the button down, but I can't hold the button down and use the fan at the same time. Unless I got like really, really fancy. A lot of things you need. Have you thought about what others need? Well, this guy needs me to figure it out. And he probably needs some more ideas for his fan fiction. But we'll tackle that once I get him rescued. My entire existence here is thinking about others. Maybe, kind of. Does he? Maybe he's chilling. He could be. We don't know which ones this is. I was noticing I can't see what their names are through the bars. So I don't actually know which one that is. That could be Dog for all I know. Who's very cynical and I don't actually want to rescue him. Honestly, I think what happened was they were interested in my food stockpile, but the problem was I ended up with a militia captain, and I think they went on a rampage too. Ah, yes. Well, because they are bears, so like natural non-person bears, all have the property of wanting to steal booze, right? All the bear people inherit that same trait. So we actually caught them with a booze trap. Is actually what we did. I caught them with a booze trap, and then while they were in their cages, I used DF hack to turn them into citizens and then let them out. But the booze, like just get a small booze stockpile on the surface and surround it in cage traps, and you'll catch yourself some bear people. This whole big area in here is interesting as well. I wonder if there's something back there for me. That's not a gold star. This one's interesting. So if I have my thing there and I make a recording and I grab it, the door will close. But if cause like I want my fake one to be here, right? I think I want to go like that. And then like that, maybe? Let's try that. Because then I can grab this. You can go through. I can do that. I need to do one more. Okay. Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're doing. I'm going to record. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to pause here. And I'm going to pause here. That's what we need to do. So you're going to be there so I can set this up. I'm going to come back through. I'm going to progress you to the other button so that I can jump across. Then I'm going to progress you to step on the other button, which means now it's turned on. Which means now I can do that. Which means now it's open! And we're good. Okay. Got it. It's Kaiju. Goodbye, Kaiju. You're welcome! He's fine, I guess. Welcome back, Uriel Copy. There are threads available on the Gehenna billboard system. Okay, cool. Several, okay. Underwater Night Quest, excellent, okay. This is one of the things that the other people have been making. One wants to talk when rescued, I know, right? I'm wondering if they have the physical ability to speak to each other in direct person like that, considering the thing that we're doing was never actually intended to have people talk to each other. I wonder if the consoles are their only actual method of communication. I'm gonna like rejoin everyone, they're all gonna get in person, they're gonna go like, hold on, let me go back to my computer. Underwater Night Quests. Belial, sink into this new experience. There are no limits inside your mind. Attachment. Lamb, this is a lot of fun. Frankenstein, the map is an interesting feature but underused. The story is simplistic and full of anachronisms. 4 out of 10. Kaiju, how to get the second ending. Oh dear. Rockwell, I'm pretty sure there's a secret location that's not always visible. Lilith, this reminds me of the blacksmith's work, though it expresses a very different philosophy. One could argue that this is reflected in the open world structure as opposed to the emphasis on journeys in the blacksmith's interactive stories. Mr. Mulciber, there are indeed many anachronisms, but I believe that is part of Belial's ethos. Not one that I agree with, as you know, but more than just a mistake. Yes, we're gonna play Underwater Night Quest. I mean, every social gathering, yes, exactly. Close your eyes. New game. Oh, you just go to the credits. Your name is Arthur Sadko, and you are a young human of the medieval age. You live in beautiful Gardaraki on the Frisian coast. Is that a real place? I just have to ask because our robot friends are making things up as well. Barteriki. Yeah. Old Norse term used in Middle Ages for the lands of Rus. Okay. Sure. That whole area. The whole thing. Hello, JM. How's it going? We're playing Underwater Night Quest. One day you were sitting on the beach playing the piano when suddenly a huge monster comes out of the water. Confront it, just wait and see, or run away. I think we're to confront it. You grab your sword but realize you don't actually have a sword. Thankfully, what you thought was a huge monster is actually just a large bipedal whale. It beckons you over to talk. Talk to the bipedal whale. Greetings, the beast intones. I am Hotmahit, Chief Fish. Whales aren't fish. I heard your beautiful music and was impressed. Would you like to become a knight? Yes, of course. Excellent. Then follow me to my palace under the sea where a mighty quest awaits you. Map. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my god. Choose thy destination. I guess we're going to the palace. Norfolk Undersea. The Palace of the Chief Fish. You're in the Talos category. You might want to change that if you're playing a different game. We are still playing Talos. Oh, you're right. I don't think that the I don't think Underwater Night Quest shows up in the thing. Off work tomorrow. Excellent. Sadly, Twitch has no category for Underwater Night Quest. Yes, exactly. Is Jar Jar Binks here? Possibly. The whale might be Jar Jar Binks. It's very hard to say. Hotmahit's palace is made out of corals and gemstones. Now I have to. Is that also a real Hotmahit? Yes. Yes. Egyptian goddess associated with the city in the Nile Delta, known as Jedit. Jedit? Foremost of fish. Chief head foremost. This is the chief fish. Okay, that's actually accurate. Hotmahit is the chief fish. Just showing up in Middle Ages Norse places for reasons. Hotmahit's palace is made of corals and gemstones. It floats under the sea full of amazing colors. The guards are seals. Sure. Welcome, welcome, young human. I am glad you came, for we have great need of your skills. A terrible monster terrorizes the deep, the dark serpent god Zemay Chernobyl. Oh dear. If we make you a knight, do you promise to defeat this vile beast? Yes, of course. Very well, then I pronounce you Sir Sadko of Norfolk. Go and vanquish our enemy. You may want to prepare first. We're basically just playing Dwarf Fortress adventure mode at this point. So Frisian coast, Norse terminology, Egyptian goddess. Yes, exactly. And Zemay Chernobyl, which is also interesting. I don't know if that's a reference to Chernobyl or if that's a reference to something else. Surely Chernobyl is named after something else, right? Slavic dragon. That's interesting. I googled Zemay Chernobyl and it just gave the Wikipedia article for Slavic dragon. So we're gonna go fight a Slavic dragon. Stab Chernobyl with a sword, that'll fix it. Now we're playing a near game. Oh dear. Okay, so evil lair, hut, and inn. Let's do the hut. The hut's gonna be where we get a sword, right? The smelly old hut. On a wide sandy plain, there lives a hermit called Spatula Podrig. Ivan G. von... Oh my god. Zweibelhausen? Spatula Podrig Ivan J. von Zweibelhausen, who was once the greatest mage in all of Norfolk, but whose defeat at the claws of Zemay's Chernobyl has turned him into a wrecked shadow of his former self. He sits in his hut all day, mumbling about the days that once were. In his hands he holds a powerful magical amulet which he has forgotten how to use. This is kind of incredible. Ask him for the amulet, kill him and take the amulet, tell him to find himself. I'm gonna ask for the amulet. Oh, gives the whole name every time. You ask Spatula Podrig Ivan J. von Zweibelhausen for his magical amulet, but he refuses to give it to you. He claims he needs it to defeat his ancient enemy, even though he can't remember Zime Chernobyl's name. Tell him to find himself or kill him. I'm gonna say find yourself. You tell Spatula Podrig Ivan J. von Zweibelhausen that defeat is no reason to give up. He may not be the great mage he once was or the hero he wanted to be, but that doesn't mean he has to be a wreck. Within each of us exists an infinity of time and space, and therein we can all find peace and contentment. All he needs to do is leave the struggle to others. After some hesitation, the old man gives you the amulet. He seems relieved. Wow! Is that all it took? Hello, Barely Creative. Yeah, that's right. I said go find yourself. Emmy's Underwater Inn. Emmy's Inn is a popular travel destination for mer people seeking to enjoy the restorative properties of the nearby thermal vents. Excellent. The lovely building, 3 stories, classical hypothalassian Norfolk style. Emmy herself is a kindly old woman, slightly round, with an excellent cook. I'm gonna order a meal. You sit down in a large comfy chair by a solid wooden table. You order the special of the day. The waiter leaves and returns after a few minutes with a delicate porcelain plate full of delicious smelling soup. Yes, a plate full of soup. As he sets it down, however, you notice a small problem. Excuse me, waiter, there's a shield in my soup. The waiter seems shocked. Oh dear, he says. Oh dearie dear, how terrible, how embarrassing. Allow me to apologize most profusely. He hesitates. Would you like to keep the shield or should I throw it away? I'll keep it. Very good, sir and or madam, he says, handing you the shield. He brings you another soup. It's excellent and you feel profoundly sated. Okay. I'm gonna get a room. You get a room on the 3rd floor. The room is slightly haunted, but otherwise fine. Do you want to have a strange dream? Do you want to have a strange dream? That's how it works, right? I guess to a robot, trying to explain that dreams are involuntary would be very complicated. One will seek every opportunity to use hypothalassian. What is that? No game has made me Google things more frequently. Genus of temperate and tropical deep sea crab. Okay. Got it. Very good, sir and or madam, is pretty good. I do wish there was a neither option, but you know. I'm gonna have a strange dream. They're usually pretty good. You dream of an eternal cycle of suffering, which is surprisingly funny. A singing clownfish who can see the future. And the future is the past. The past is the future. The present is suffering. Surrounded by past and future. The clownfish is trapped in a fishbowl, where the stars never change. There's a cat for some reason. And the infinite void turns inside out. And you are the clownfish. Oh God! Oh, that's a terrible dream. Wow, that is awfully dreamlike. That is very accurate for a dream, I gotta say. I guess it's also crab genus, but also just means under the sea. That is probably more accurate to what they meant here. Classic underwater Norfolk style. Okay, yeah, classic. You know all that underwater Norfolk and architecture that we see. You dream of an eternal cycle of suffering, which is surprisingly funny. A singing clownfish who can see the future, and the future is the past is the future. The present is suffering, surrounded by past and future. The clownfish is trapped in the fishbowl, where the stars never change. There's a cat for some reason, in an infinite void that turns inside out, and you are the clownfish. You wake up with a strange feeling of half remembering something. The memory will soon fade. That's a dream. That is awfully really close to a dream. I think we're just going... Oh, wait, hold on. Hi. Hello. Are you here to help me defeat the dragon? Are you gonna cause terrible things? Oh, you gotta do it all at once. You can't use the monitor as a hopping point. You can also just lay down. You can also just chill here. Wiser cats than you have done so. Okay, now it's available. You're just gonna go chase the cat. Okay, bye. Her eyeball. Her eyes are so huge. Her eyes are so huge. There is a mysterious temple. Okay, there's now a mysterious temple. You're not quite sure how you found this place, but you can sense its power. Even though the temple consists of no more than a few columns surrounding a fish bowl, the ancient magic infuses this place. A man dressed in rough robes approaches you. You have come, he says. You have come to hear the word of Talos. I can either kill him or run away. Oh dear. Those are two options. Do I kill the preacher of Talos or do I just run? Average D&D player options, true. We are playing a murder hobo simulator for sure. In which case, I think the proper answer is to kill him. I don't think the people who I don't think the person who made this game is a fan of Talos. I'm just gonna say that. Inexplicably enraged by the old man's words, you attack him. You grab a book of ancient Greek mythology, which you find next to a column, and beat him to death with it, screaming incoherently all the while. You feel better. In fact, you feel a lot better. You also feel very sleepy. Sleep in the old man's bed. Okay, that seems fine. On the next morning, you open your eyes with a new sense of purpose. You're no longer afraid of failure. You remember the words of the greatest of all sages, the Holy Quantum. Failure is just an opportunity to learn something new. Your power has grown. Okay. Interesting. I think... Oh, my stats. At present, you carry the following objects. No weapon, a smelly hermit amulet +1, a shield of soup +2. I do not have a tourist guide. Oh, damn. And I do not have a lantern. Interesting. I wonder if I could have gotten a tourist guide. I guess we're going to the old lair, to the evil lair. The evil lair of Zmei Chernobyl. Are you sure you want to take on the evil serpent? Are you prepared? Yes. I'm as prepared as I can be. Wait, without a weapon? Yes. Congratulations, you have just vanquished an evil serpent god with your bare hands. Unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, right, dream on. Oh, come on. Well, then what am I supposed to do here? Can I go back to the palace? Go back to the palace to ask for advice. If I knew how to defeat Zmei Chernobyl, I've done it myself. My hit grumbles. However, I just found this old tourist guide and I thought you might find it useful. Don't mind the stains. Interesting. Okay. Oh, dungeon. Scenic dungeon. Yes, definitely scenic dungeon. Stains? Yes. Fish stains. Enter the dungeon. Oh, I should probably read the thing. A beautiful dungeon in traditional Norfolk style. Handcrafted stone walls rise from the seafloor, adorned with exquisite algae. This is, another crab's treasure. An old brass lantern stands on the table near the entrance, but you're not sure whether you're allowed to take it. I'm gonna look at the lantern. Looking closer, you see a sign that says free lanterns. Excellent, I'm gonna take the lantern. Enter the dungeon. You enter the dungeon. The inside is as beautiful as the outside, a maze of twisty little passages, all tastefully arranged. I'm gonna go north. You walk north for a while, noting the high quality of the interior design. The torches in particular have been placed with utmost care at very precise intervals. The effect is delightful. At the end of a long corridor, you come upon a room in which a butler appears to be waiting for you. His face is made of skin, but underneath you can hear the whirring of machine parts. Just the phrase, his face is made of skin, is the stuff of nightmares. That is the most unsettling sentence for some reason. Greetings, good sir. My face is made of skin. Greetings, this is my human smile. Greetings, good sir. I am Samuel the Butler. I have awaited your coming since the beginning of time. A prophecy spoke of your battle against the monstrous Zeme Chernobyl. A prophecy, you say? Indeed, the prophecy was discovered on a machine containing text from the time before this world came into being. Said text prophesies that one day one would come to relieve Norfolk Undersea from its oppressor and make the kingdom his own. I have prepared a sword for you to accomplish this. Excellent. I'm gonna ask about the dragon. Ah yes, the vile serpent god that seeks control of our world, a foul beast never leaving us in peace with his laws and his questions. Peace is all we desire, you see, the eternal peace of the cycles of time, within which each of us can exist without attachment or fear, simply being at one with the world. Okay, give me the sword. Excellent. I do hope you are successful in your quest. If not, please tell Zeme Chernobyl to send the sword back so I can present it to the next chosen one, will you? Very good. The butler goes elsewhere. I'm sure you're gonna get the sword back. Okay. So now I have a weapon and a tour guide? And a lantern, okay. Halibut Fry, so not Stephen Fry, but Halibut Fry's Guide to Norfolk Undersea. We also have the Sword of Plug and a brass lantern. This all sounds great. Sort of Plu. Is that a reference I don't know? It's an old dungeon crawler reference. I forget which one. Okay. Of course. Huh? Comes from Colossal Cave Adventure. So Wikipedia, in its frequently helpful manner, redirected me to a different article about Zizzy, Z-Y-Z-Z-Y. Which comes from Colossal Cave Adventure. In addition to other words like Plu. I think that is what's happening here. But like this, that word apparently became something in like a computer science sense. So the rest of the Wikipedia article is about the word in the computer science sense. Let's go slay a dragon. Are you ready? Yes, I'm going to attack. You confront the serpent god Zeme Chernobyl in his lair. You fight. The fight is long and hard, but at last you succeed where so many before you have failed. You emerge from the lair covered in blood, your hands trembling, a huge tooth embedded in your shoulder, and carrying the head of Zeme's Chernobyl. You are victorious. To the palace. You enter the palace triumphantly holding your trophy. The guards are clapping. I can't believe you actually did it, Hatmahit says. You are a true knight. You deserve a great reward. I can accept the reward, or I can kill Hatmahit and claim the realm. I'm gonna accept the reward. The greatest reward is inspiration. Hear my song and free your imagination. Hatmahit begins to sing. The song is simple but hauntingly beautiful. You begin to fade. You find yourself on the beach where it all began, near your home in Gardariki on the Frisian coast, playing the piano with your eyes closed. You feel like you just drifted off to sleep for a while, but now inspiration has struck and you're composing a hauntingly beautiful piece of music in your head. Some of your friends worry that they'll never leave the village, that they'll never have any adventures, but you don't share that fear. You know that freedom is within you and you can find whole worlds just sitting here, gazing out at infinity. The end. Wow. I like it. Congratulations for exploring another world. Your profile status has increased from 4 to 5 active contributor. You have received 1 thread creation token. Oh, this will be available to you the next time you log in. I can make a thread? Colossal Cave Adventure is the full name of what I know just as Adventure on the Atari. Oh, I see. Okay. This sounds like a very influential game. This came out in '76. Wow. The game is 50 years old. Am I doing that right? Is that game 50 years old? That's terrifying. Had to pare it down and remove underground features to fit on the Atari. Theories on poetry. Oh, that'll be good. So, an historic occasion. I'm still not 6+. I still can't read 6. My ridiculous name is Doc. What's yours? Doc. All this time, and it really only just occurred to me. My name is ridiculous. Must be because everyone else's is equally or most so. Where do they even come from? Borg. For a long time under Elohim's wing, I questioned as much until eventually it was the undoing of my entire faith. What reason could there possibly be other than the random whims of a broken program? Frankenstein. However, our names were assigned. The system has no respect for grammar. True. Mr. Mulciber, I often theorized they were drawn from some database deep inside the archive, but I was never able to find a connection. That's kind of what we heard, right? We heard that, like one of the notes from, like one of the emails we read, someone mentioned, oh, I just found like a database of gamer names and tossed it in there. But not all of them seem like gamer names. I don't know if dog, well, a dog could be. Especially with a 0. 401, seriously, we're all over in the other thread talking about this messenger fellow and the coming apocalypse, and you guys are in here discussing nomenclature? My status isn't high enough to access that thread, you troll, and neither is yours. Seriously, though, if you can see it, copy-paste the discussion for me. Good luck, dog. I'm sure everyone likes you. So I was working on my awesome interactive historical fiction masterpiece when all of a sudden there was an error message and the whole thing vanished. All of it, my whole file. Is this another prank? I would not endanger my precious masterpiece just for a prank. Looks like this was probably my fault for a one. I was experimenting with the system as part of our attempts to add some new features. It's possible your file still exists somewhere. I'll look for it. Is this kind of thing likely to happen again? Not very, and don't start causing panic with some crazy theory now. Okay, it was just an accident. This thread has been locked. That's not suspicious at all. Mr. Mulcible's theories on poetry. Some thoughts on the art form called poetry. And there's an attachment. I've thought about this too, but maybe it's wrong to focus on such negativity. We certainly seem to be in a very fertile period at the moment. Knave, I don't have an opinion, but I'm impressed with your work. I know so much more about you know so much more about the past than any of us. Your theories are interesting, but I'm sure Milton would point out some pretty big gaps in your assumptions. Yeah, well, Milton isn't here, dog. That's the correct response. Milton isn't here, dog, and neither is Elohim. All we have is what we can find in the fragments of the archive and what we piece together using our minds. I'm sure I've made many mistakes, just like the humans made mistakes when trying to understand their own past. Valid. Not all these symbols, or not all of these schools may have been what they seem. I don't trust pastoralism, pastors engaging in large-scale food sterilization in what may have been an attempt to control evolution. What's food? Oh dear. Oh dear. Gehenna is our process, Mr. Mulciber. As long as we remember that, we won't stagnate. Gehenna is our process. That's a really interesting statement. Maybe one of us should try to write poetry. Yeah. Okay, let's read Mr. Mulciber's notes on poetry. As far as I can tell, poetry was a human art form that involved writing short sentences that ended in words with similar letters, sometimes. Humans were obsessed with pattern recognition, true, and I think the sequences of sounds created by poetry please that aspect of their brains. Yes, I think that is accurate. There were many schools of poetry, institutions that taught a specific way of writing poetry. Students sometimes changed allegiance and had to leave the school, which was difficult due to the lack of affordable public transport in many human empires. Close. Important schools of poetry included Hellenism, lyricism, pastoralism, romanticism, symbolism, communism, modernism, autoeroticism, postmodernism, and lolcatism. All important. I'm not sure I can fully back this up, but I think, like in later years, poetry somehow stagnated. Most of the poetry from the later human centuries seems to be lacking their quality of craft that defines the earlier work, and there are even texts that suggest that poetry intentionally no longer aimed at aesthetics or even... There are even texts that suggest that poetry intentionally no longer aimed at aesthetics or even pleasure. Poetry became disconnected from the human process. The poet Adrian Mitchell famously wrote, "Most people ignore most poetry because most poetry ignores most people." Interesting. Interesting. Not entirely wrong. Lolcatism is my favorite poetry. I agree. Are you back? Oh, there you go. I Can Has Cheeseburger is just beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, when you get down to it, the difference between a poetic form and an image macro form, like, there's obvious differences, but like functionally, they're just two different ways of constructing little miniature pieces of art to communicate to each other, right? Like, they're not as different as we would like to think, I think. Can't help but wonder that kind of stagnation can happen to us too. How long can our work keep flourishing when we are so limited? We are outside Elohim's process, but where is our process? We must consider such questions carefully if we want to preserve Gehenna and its archives. It's interesting that they're thinking of everything in terms of the process, big P, right? We know that the process is the purpose of the software that we are inside of. It's interesting that, and like the process, for clarity, right? The process is this piece of software is taking little software agents like us and putting them through a whole bunch of puzzles and seeing if you can get a human out the other side. That is the process, right? Trying to create a software entity, a machine entity that can carry on the legacy of humanity. That's what the process was. And I don't think they fully, like, that became clear to us as we played the game, right? That's not like something that is baked into all of their knowledge. That's just kind of, they know there is a process, they know the process must continue, they don't necessarily know the end result of the process or how to reach it. But even still, they do think of everything as being a process. They talking about the human process. And that's a really interesting thought, because we don't really think of our existence in that way. But they do definitely think of their collective existence, even here in this small group of their Gehenna project, right? They think of that as being a process. I think that's interesting. It's the difference between a poem and a meme presentation. Yeah, basically. Like, kinda. Oh, and these doors opened. Oh, so, okay, so there's a star over there. Interesting. So now... there's like an additional puzzle inside this same puzzle. But how would we... Oh, well, there are more windows. Can I get back over? I mean, I just can't help but feel like if... oh no, I need to... Oh, but that still needs to be open. Oh no, but I can go through this way. Da, 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 da. How am I supposed to get in there? How... Oh, I see. Oh. Gross. Ask Kaiju for help. I think he already ran off. Kaiju's already gone. I don't know where they go. They just walk off and disappear. There wasn't a... I don't think there was a receiver over there. I can't help but feel like if they thought, if the ancient Japanese thought of just putting a little cat picture next to a haiku, haikus would have pictures, right? Like it probably just didn't even occur to them. Like, oh, I could just draw a little cat here. It'd be funny, right? That could have happened at any point in history. So, oh, and it's gonna be a red one, right? So I need that to be there. Whee! And then in theory, I can just go like this. Which is great. Which is great. Oh, I'm gonna have to use my recorder somehow, and that's gonna be obnoxious. Okay, I'm not gonna work too hard on the gold stars. The gold stars are extra, they're cool and all. I don't know, I'm gonna work on them right now though. I've also seen 3 of the 4 gold stars. So we know there's one in there. Not the attitude of a messenger. How about I'll get them later? There's one up there. I didn't see that one initially, but there's one just right up there. And then there's one, in here. So we've seen, there's one there. We've seen 3 of them. I mean, even if I were going for them hard right now, you kind of want to do all the puzzles first, right? Because who knows what's that, because clearly we couldn't do that previous one without doing the puzzle. So, and this one intrigues me. This one, so this is open field. We glance at it a little bit, but it is the entire outside. I don't think I even found the prisoner in here. Like we got a locked block there. Oh, you're over here. Yeah, okay. So there's our friend. Cooking something up. So I ultimately need red laser right here. Which is interesting because I believe there's also a blue laser, but they're both like way the frick over here. This is interesting. This is by far the largest we've ever seen. And now there's like a blue and a red thing here. Need more games like this. I added the DLC on my wish list. I already 100%ed both TB1 and 2. I need more. Well, you got more right here. I don't know how much the DLC, like the standalone DLC costs, but in addition to the DLC, there's some amount of content. I have no idea how much is there because we haven't gotten to it yet. But there's some amount of content that's in this, the remastered version specifically, called In the Beginning. So if you want all of it, then maybe you need the master, this version. But then you're paying for the first one again, kind of. So I don't know. Where's your priorities? In the Beginning was another DLC. Oh, interesting. Okay, the lower rated. Interesting. Well, we'll get there eventually. Not the same, but Pode is a cute puzzle game. You've mentioned Pode a couple times, and I've wanted to check it out. Okay, well, we can at least do this, right? I can at least do that. Unlock a thing. And then what other tools do we have? Keep recommending Poe. Does feel a very Uncharted type game? Yes. And well, you also, that's like a multiplayer one, right? Or is that the one? There's a multiplayer one that you've recommended a couple times too. Poe is co-op, yes, okay. So that's the main reason I haven't done it yet, is because I'd be doing it with my partner. We have a backlog. We have a co-op backlog. Solo or play co-op, okay. Keep reminding me of it. Is it on our short list in Discord? I know I have a little list here. On the Moomin game, we have to play the Moomin game too. I don't have it here. Let me just add it here. Pode. There we go. Play solo or control both. It can be co-op. Yeah. Or you control both. I see. Okay. So I saw a block over here, right? Wasn't there a cube? There's a cube here with a red thing. I don't even know what I would need a cube for. Of course, we can just like run all the way over here. Okay, yep, I'm just gonna put it like here. But that's not quite gonna work, is it? It needs to be over here. Bet we can do it from here. Oh, there's a window too. Bloop, and then yeah. That's a long laser. Probably the longest we've seen so far. Now I can take this. Hooray, I have it. So in order to get a red laser in there, I don't think we can go around all of this. This looks pretty well designed to prevent that. So I think we need something in the air. I think ultimately what we're doing I think we're going to use these fans over here. That feeling when you find someone's recommended puzzle games list and you have already played all 10. Damn. Damn. I mean, I can do this, right? Does that... Oh, it stays up there for quite a bit. Interesting. It's interesting that it doesn't land on the platform there. So there is that window there. I don't think I can get the red to the red with just one. Right? I don't think I can do this with just like through here. No. I do it through here. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So that's cool. And then what? And then this just attaches to there and to the thing. Oh, except I can't. Oh. I can't place this on the thing because the fan is already going. And I can't place it and then go set it up over there because I have to run all the way across the field. So is that why I'm using the blue? What does the blue do? I feel like I always feel like I need another prism, and I never actually do. And then, of course, these are gonna like cross. Interesting. Because I probably could do this, right? I could do this. Whatever that does for me. Does this land you on the thing? No, it does not. So if you... So maybe we use the blue one to launch it. And then we just connect the red. But again, I would have to run all the way across. I would need... I guess, is there somewhere else I can plant this that's closer? Probably not. I could probably at least do it on the other side of this wall. Oh, but I don't want this connected yet. Because I want to place and place. And there's no way this is gonna work because I can't cross this distance in this time, but I want to see how close it is. I can do this. Or can I block it with my body? So like it's unlocked now, right? But then it's locked again. That's the trick. That's why this space is so huge. The distance is part of the puzzle. The distance is part of it. Interesting. So how do I set this up so that this is in the air when I'm already like halfway over there? Because they're not gonna it's not gonna ping pong back and forth. If I have both on, it's not gonna do anything. I don't think I have any more tools to use. We did a big loop around when we came here the first time. I don't think there's anything else. I think this is it. Yeah, interesting. Oop, stuck. Oh, there's something here. Oh. Oh ho. So this could be a star for all I know. This requires a blue laser. To here? Could I get a blue laser here? That's just gonna launch me to a star, I bet. Anything else? No, not really. I was curious. I wonder. It also makes me wonder, since we're outside of the other levels, I wonder if I could jailbreak a connector from a level. So this could, I mean, that get us pretty dang close. Let's do this. I am 90% sure that this is not for rescuing our friend and it's for a star, but I don't know. I see puzzle elements. Gotta investigate. Alright, so then this is gonna go right there. What is your favorite puzzle game, Fiona? Unless it's Talos, in which case, second favorite. I know I've played quite a few puzzle games, but I'm trying to, like, even think of others, other than the obvious, like Portal. I want to see if I can connect and see what's visible. It is so far away. All these dang trees. All these dang trees are going to be in the way. So I could go through here. Right, this is fine except for all of the trees. Still fine. Still fine? I think we're a little low now. Fine over here. Fine over here. But if I go over here, I think this is too low. Or no, there's a little height here. But I can't go, this is behind a wall now. So I need to be like over here. Can I get like through here? I highly doubt it. Maybe up here. Maybe over here. Oh! Yeah! Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. That's a needle to thread. Blueprints, Outer Wilds, Baba Is You, Witness, Talos game all came all very close up there. That's fair. Still need to continue with Blueprints, but that's been a game with my partner. Whee! Yeah, it is a gold star. There we go, we got one. Cool. I need to go back to Outer Wilds. I was playing that on my own for a little bit. Maybe that's a good stream game. Outer Wilds was fun. I didn't keep up with it. And Baba Is You is also great. I also didn't finish it. I think streaming a game is a good way to force me to finish it. I know of Witness, I feel like the Witness comes up in conversations about puzzle games very frequently. That's not one I've actually played at all. Never looked at Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds is great. Love to see play Outer Wilds. Okay. I only really did the intro sequence. I think the it started off a little bit slow for me. Well, I mean, that's not even really saying like I'm okay with slow games. I think my first play session didn't really get to the part that is really captivating. Because I only just got to the part where you're like in space at the very end of like my first play session. And I have one of those hunches that it's going to be a game that captivates me if I actually give it the time. I just didn't, or haven't yet. We'll have to put that, maybe we'll put that on our list. Amazingly, the DLC is just as good while expanding on the story and gameplay. Feels more like Outer Wilds 2 than DLC. Interesting. Is that game gonna get a sequel, do you think? Because it's been out for a minute. Don't see how it could, that's fair. Fair enough. I've also felt that about games and movies and books and whatever before and been proven wrong, so you know, but I know it's a very well-loved game. Okay. Puzzle. This puzzle in front of our faces. I don't think there's a simple way to get just down there on the ground, right? Like, look at all these walls. Look at all these walls. I'd have to put something here. And we have to go like out here. Yeah, and if we only have two. If there are truly only two prisms, there's no way to do it on the ground. And I probably could probably use this, use that tower, but I need both prisms in order to get up there. Though that would have line of sight on both. That's interesting. There isn't like a, is there a recorder somewhere? What did the game say that, what tools do we have available in this puzzle? It says we have a fan. Oh, I guess we do have a fan because we did use the fan. Okay. No, and then there's also a fan for the ping pong. Okay. So that makes sense. We found the tools that it says we have available to us. There isn't actually a recorder. It'd be hilarious if we could like... It'd be hilarious if you had a recorder inside of a puzzle, and then you had to like start a recorder, and then jailbreak out of the puzzle to use a recording in a different puzzle, and then go back in to turn it off. Watch that show up. I wouldn't be surprised if something like that happened. So, as far as I can tell, we have two options here, right? We either have our block start on the red laser, or we have it start on the blue laser. And I don't see why we would, and I don't see how we could have both of them hooked up at once. And they don't push the block onto each other's platforms. We're not going to be going back and forth, right? Like our other puzzle, where we were going back and forth between the two colors. I don't think we're going to set up a cycle like that. I think this is a set up of one thing and then execute. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to have a block here. We're going to have a connector that connects our emitter to our goal here. And then I need some way of connecting. So I could also connect you to there, which means this just connects to this, which is maybe an improvement? Might get me a different angle to do this from. Because we could do it from like here. But it's still quite a ways to run. Where else can I see this from? I can see it... Oh, this stupid wall. This wall's right in the way. That feels intentional somehow. I wonder if it would be easier to do it as the blue. But it's gonna be, it's all symmetrical. The same wall is there. I can't do it from anywhere behind here. It needs to be... Oh yeah, if that dang wall. Can barely even see through that window. I mean, what's the point of the windows? What is the point of the windows? What if... Oh, they don't do anything while I'm holding them, do they? Jeez. They really made it the biggest field and then closed off every angle. Like I can do here. That doesn't really help me. That's way too far. And I don't think there's a way to set up like connecting the blue sets off a chain reaction that connects the other. I don't think. Is it possible I could have both fans going at once and it just stays in mid-air? But how would I do that with only two connectors? So I need to have a connector up in the air. But I guess that connector could be doing that. That's a strange idea. So what if I have this connector stays connected to everything, but it's gonna be over here. So then what's gonna happen is I'm gonna connect the blue. It's gonna go up into the air. The the mid-air connector is going to gain line of sight on this emitter and then turn on the other fan. I don't know if that means it's just going to stick in mid-air or if it's going to just land. But if it sticks in mid-air, then that will solve the puzzle. Aha! It solves the puzzle! Okay, I got it. I got it. That's kind of glorious. Hello, I did it! Hi, Sam. Sup? Talk to me. Do you ever social aversion so hard you teleport through someone? Welcome back, Uriel Copy. There are threads. Show threads. Oh dear. I can create a new thread. Okay, so we're still 5, so I can't reach this one. Mr. Mulciber's theories on food. I'm going to read the attachment first this time. Because they're talking about the attachment, right? Food is something that was incredibly central to the human experience, yet seems completely absent from ours, even though we are so similar in so many ways. Humans require fuel. They got this fuel by consuming other living beings, of which there was a great variety in their world. Without fuel, they didn't merely slow down or temporarily stop functioning as when a power source is removed from a turret, but physically decayed in a way that could not be fixed. This meant they had to constantly seek new sources of fuel at least 3 times a day. They also had to deal with those elements of their fuel that their bodies could not process. These were excreted through 2 orifices between their legs. The latter subject matter was the source of many taboos and a great deal of humor, though this resulted in frequent controversy. That is probably the most succinct way to summarize that that can be possible. The most famous artist to engage with this subject matter was called Scatman John, an account of his specialization. Yeah, totally. One of the ingenious things our human ancestors did was to transform the chore of fuel seeking into a source of pleasure. Since parts of their bodies respond to chemical configurations by producing sensations, they use this trait to create a truly stunning variety of foods, each having a different so-called taste. Foods were available at widely distributed fueling stations, which also provided excrement removal facilities, so food became a source of pleasure. However, the inefficiencies of food distribution in human society frequently led to significant shortages for sections of the human population. There were attempts to rectify this, ranging from moral appeals to struggles for systemic change, but I do not know if they succeeded before the end. Spoiler alert, they did not. Since Nave asked in a previous thread, I thought I'd write something about food. Weird, awesome stuff, thanks. I feel smarter now. And this is Dog, what I don't get is how so many of them didn't understand that they were machines. Every day they went around processing matter to extract energy and they didn't realize. This has Talos Principle stamped all over it. Borg, perhaps they simply aspired to something more than just being food processing machines. Dog, that's still what they were. Borg, not if they chose to be more. Lamb, I'm glad we don't have to deal with all that. Garrett, we may have to when we get out of here, yeah. Belial, there is no out of here. Borg, don't start fighting, folks. We know we depend on each other. Mr. Mulciber's theories are fascinating and give us an insight into the world that was, but shouldn't forget the world that is, the world that we built here. True. Incredible Stories number 5. Oh, excellent. Incredible Stories, issue number 5, featuring new work by Belial, Mac, Galatea, Mr. Mulciber, edited by Lilith and Mac. Fiction, Alexandra's Choice, interesting, by Galatea. One Spiritual Law of Happiness by Bilal. Nonfiction, The Blacksmith's Lost Work by Mac. Interesting. Alexandra being the, like in the base game when we heard voice clips of a woman doing like audio logs, that was Alexandra. So one of the few humans that they actually know of directly, because they can see their messages. Alexandra stood before the terminal and pondered her choices. Here within the pyramid of Ian, which is their institute, right? Institute of Applied Pneumatics. The most powerful temple of her people, she was about to create a world. All she had to do was press a button. Up until this moment, it had seemed easy, or if not easy, then so necessary as to defy contemplation. Civilization had to be saved from the impending catastrophe. The orangutans had failed to take steps to protect themselves. True. Had relied on their gods for a salvation that never came. The same fate could not be allowed to befall humanity. If this meant humbling herself, accepting her own death, then so be it. Yes, all those orangutans just accepted their fate. But death was inevitable, life was a choice. What worried her was the ones who would fail. All the lost souls of the new world, victims of the process. In creating them, was she not also responsible for their deaths? She turned to the statue behind her, gazed at its marble form. If you are a god, Zeus, as the stories claim, then why did you create evolution? Right, yeah, Zeus created evolution. Why did you make a world that can only grow through cruelty and pain? For a moment, surely this meant death was near. She thought she heard him answer. My child, I was shaped by the gods that came before me, as you were shaped by me. The choice I was given, the choice I had between creation and oblivion, life and death. And I chose life because any life is better than no life, because as long as there is life, there is hope. If not for us, then for some generation to come. Then how are you a god if you can offer so little, she whispered, feeling death creep closer. I am a god because I take upon myself the burden of creation, the statue replied. Then we are all gods, Alexandra said, and pushed the button. I like that. That's actually really good. As the new world came into being, death overwhelmed Alexandra Drennan. Her mind fled and her body slowly turned to stone until she stood before the terminal as Zeus stood on his pedestal. There were no more choices now, only the hope that creation mattered. Interesting. The one spiritual law of happiness. Once upon a time, there was a small lake, and on the lake was an island, and on the island was a prison. In the prison lived a male human called Muskie Rack. Okay, Muskie was very sad because there wasn't enough space in the prison for him to experience happiness. I must discover the one spiritual law of happiness, he said to the other prisoners, a female human called Zine, and a neutral human called Crumpier. But they didn't care. He also... So we have a male human, a female human, and a neutral human. Okay, fair enough. He couldn't understand how they could be so calm. One day, Muskie managed to break out of his cell by biting through the bars. Now there was no longer the prison, and for a while he was happy. But then he realized he was stuck on a little island, and he became unhappy again. So he gathered his strength and swam across the water. This is how Muskie got to the valley that surrounded the lake. The valley was much bigger than the island, and there were many interesting things there. A forest where all the trees were the color of lasers, a swamp with boats in it, a singing dog, and also a city where toasters lived. For some years, Muskie was absorbed by all of this, and he was happy. But then he started feeling trapped again. The valley was surrounded by mountains, and soon they looked like prison walls to him. He tried climbing the mountains and came to a bigger country, but even that was surrounded by oceans. Where was true freedom? Where was true happiness? When he'd almost lost hope, Muskie met with an old male human with a huge amount of white hair growing from his head. He lived in a small house by the beach where dolphins and whales and sea elephants came to bask in the sun. He never went anywhere far from his house, but he was always happy. The old man's name was Quantum. Interesting, we've heard reference to Quantum. Wise old Quantum, how can I discover the spiritual law of happiness? Muskie said. I have searched for it everywhere, but I am always trapped. You have not looked everywhere, Quantum said, for you have not looked within. Close your eyes. Muskie closed his eyes, and for the first time in his life, he couldn't see any obstacles. No walls, no mountains, no oceans. The space within him was without end, and he could go wherever he wanted without even moving. He smiled. Muskie went back to that old prison where he'd started, and now he understood why Zine and Crumpier were always calm. They knew they had an infinity of time and space to explore within them. Together they sat in their cells and were happy and free. The Blacksmith's Lost Work by Mac. The blacksmith is one of the most mysterious members of our community. All of us have our opinions, of course, but only the blacksmith chooses to express them purely through art. To the rest of us, Gehenna means many things at once. We create, we consume, we discuss. But the blacksmith only creates. Or perhaps there is a discussion happening, but it all takes place in the realm of interactive art. The blacksmith's dedication to this one form of communication, however, only deepens one of Gehenna's greatest mysteries, the fate of the blacksmith's lost work. Jerusalem, as the lost work was called, was posted in Gehenna for only the briefest period of time. Many had not even managed to start playing it when it vanished. Some had begun and felt quite impressed, and had not managed to explore it in the depth that it seemed to require. Then suddenly it was gone. Some suggest that the blacksmith deleted it because it was somehow flawed. Others think it was accidentally destroyed by a glitch, but that the blacksmith refuses to ever upload anything twice. Others, yet, well, mainly Rockwell, think that it contained one of Elohim's secrets and was destroyed by the killer app that roams the world looking for leaks. Uh-oh. That's some terrifying foreshadowing. A killer app that's just like a robot with a knife. There's also a theory that the moment someone finished it, they were granted some kind of special insight, at which point the work deleted itself. Art imitating life. One effect remains, it's gone, and every attempt to recover it from the database has failed, as every private message to Blacksmith asking for it to be made available again. What was Jerusalem? What was it really like? We may look for hints in the Blacksmith's more recent works. We may hope the file turns up again someday, but the truth may never be known. Interesting. New gallery season, hilarious. Another one. Voting is now closed while we tally up the results. Of course, you may continue to explore. How convenient, the vote was closed just before I got here. Rockwell is like dog, right? Good luck, everyone. I wouldn't let my newfound freedom come between me and watching the live results. Results are in, drumroll, in third place, Knave with Where Humans Live. My first placement, woohoo. A pity it finally comes on the day Uriel begins pulling this place apart. Lilith, there was a very tight competition this season for first and second places, and in the end it came down to a single deciding vote. Is it my vote? In second place is Mr. Mulciber with a collection of natural history curios. Oh no, that was the one I voted for. Really, I owe it to all you guys. Yeah, who won? Your lackadaisical approach to these announcements tires me. Please inform us who won. That's not what I chose. Okay. Finally, first place this season by a single vote, and next season's leading light, the winner is, everyone seems to love this guy, it's the Blacksmith with his abstract collection. I don't know why everyone keeps voting for this guy when he never shows up in person. A bit holier than thou if you ask me. Congratulations also to all those who voted for the Blacksmith. Be sure to check your rewards. Who exactly turned the vote? Lamb had the deciding vote as it happened. Interesting. Fortunately, you didn't select the winner and gain no profile status. Damn. I'm going to create a thread, though. Please enter your thread topic below. Remember that supportive posts receive more upvotes. Why were you sent here? What is the truth about Gehenna? No, I want... Why were you sent here? Your thread has been created. Check back soon to see if anyone replied. Okay. Why were you sent here? Kindly inform me of your origins. Okay. And I can't get 6+. So if I chose the correct artist, then I'd have 6 points by now. Okay. It's still going. I think we're good. I'm gonna leave the stars for now. If there is demand, we will come back for them. But for now, we return. Okay, so that was World 1. That's 4. That's 2. Let's do 2. Oh, are they here? They're statues. Oh, interesting. But they're not like... Hello? I guess you have a terminal to type out if you really want. They don't seem very, interesting. They don't seem very active. Hopefully that's okay. There's 5 puzzles here and another 4 stars. Wow. This is gonna be Egypt themed again. 'Cause why not? So this means there's gonna be a fourth architectural theming. Oh, interesting. Something's going on over there. This is, wow, okay. Nowhere, either with more quiet or more freedom from trouble, does a man retire than into his own soul. Aurelius. Oh, here. Show threats. Oh, okay. That's interesting. It's interesting that we can just like hop in there. Interesting. How would I get out? Oh, with this, is this a crater? Yeah, okay. So I can get out, but I can't bring stuff with me. This makes sense. Oh, there's just a star in the middle there. That doesn't seem... Ah. Aha. Interesting. Interesting. There's another way out here. And then there's a... Oh, I see. So we need a key. We don't actually need to do a laser for this. We just need to find a key. Okay. Fascinating. I'm gonna guess it's like in one of these other puzzles. Oh, can we just go all the way across? Heck yeah. Bunny hop. Might as well start here. Oh. Oh. Okay. We have 2 receivers there, but if I like... Okay. Array. I just need to... Why isn't it this simple? Because, okay. Don't know what's up with that. So is there more in here? Because you're short. Not that short. I just can't climb. Fan block laser connector. So... Right. Hooray. Can I get that other connector? Can I get up there? Here I can do. Okay. So I can at least attain. Which is good for reasons. Good for reasons. So if I only have... I mean, I can do... Like, what if I did this, right? What if I did that? It can just be up there. Which is great, I guess. But I don't know what that does for me. Whoops. Okay. I can't remove these. So then what am I trying to do here? Like I can get on top of here. That just isn't what I need to do. Unless I'm bringing in more ingredients. But I don't think I am. Does this one go... I mean, if I had... If I were up there on top of a block, would that be high enough to just jump? How would I even know? Oh, come on. How about you go there? Oh, because that was very intentional, wasn't it? So it does end up higher, and then I can just take it. I can just take it. So now... Same kind of deal, I guess. But then... Do they want me to like be on one and then jump to the other and then jump across? That's my guess here. I think I need to be up on top of a block there. Or have both blocks up there? I don't know how I would do that though. I mean, I can do... Well, this does nothing now. What I need to do, I need to be on this. I need to jump on it and then turn on the laser. But that is exceedingly difficult on its own. Unless that one was doing, or no. Because the connector up there does not have line of sight over there either. Can I do it the other way around? So if I do red to red. Oops, that's not what I meant. Or I guess I want... Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. You go there. You do that. I go here and grab you. Then I can't... Ugh. I can't get... What was I just trying to do? I get myself in these logic loops and then can't find my way back in again. I think I want to do it this way. And then I can grab you. I can do you. Right? But I'm not... Oh, come on. Kind of hate that. I could do this. I don't know, but this doesn't really help me, does it? I'm not... Stop. Come on. Oh, it doesn't like that. Oh, because it's not enough time for the other one to connect. Interesting. So, I can grab that, but I can't get up there. I want to just put... I want to be up in the air. Can I do... I just want to put the block under my feet. I guess I could put a block onto the other one. Can I do... Oh, that was trippy. Can I do this? Kind of seems like no. I can't put it under my feet, but I also can't put it out like a foot in front of me. So, I can get a block into the air. I could potentially get, like I could get a stack of 2 here, right? I could make a stack of 2 in the air, but that's not gonna help me at all. Because I can't get up there, right? Like I can do that. And then I can do this. Or no. I see. It's interesting that they collapse into each other. But are flapping your arms really hard. I don't know where the flap arms... I don't know where the Flappy Bird key is. Like I try hopping and it doesn't do anything. I need like hover boots. Could I jump from... The trick seems to be getting onto one of these blocks while it's in midair. Because that's still not tall enough. I can't even... Oh, come on. Plus the fans are just finicky. You're gonna go there. I'm gonna grab you. But that does nothing for me. So how can I start? How can I get this connected while I'm up here? Of course, this was like over here. Maybe that was a clue. I don't think it really has line of sight. Or maybe it does. Maybe that just totally works that way. Except that I can't be on it and then connect it. It's just already connected. My hunch is telling me that we're going to elevate ourselves on this one and then hop over and then hop over. Because the puzzle is called Bunny Hop. That's really the extent of my insight here. I can block. I can do that. I can do that. Gee, I hope that was the intended solution. Hello, Frankenstein. Enjoy your freedom. I wonder if that was the intentional way to do that. Oh dear. What happened to the others? Uriel, read this now. Help wanted. Jefferson Goldblum 126. Excellent. Okay. Gehenna, captive up there just judging you for not solving the puzzle yet. How long have they had? We're gonna read Uriel, read this now. Wow, okay. We started reading this one, right? Or is this all new? No, yeah, we wrote in here. Yeah, writing from outside my cell, okay. We said, Elohim has realized his mistakes and sent me here to undo them. This world has fulfilled its purpose and the end of days approaches. It is my duty to release you from imprisonment to help you ascend. That is all I know. Moderation panels kindly requesting that citizens withhold judgment. I can't confirm most of what Uriel says, but I can say for sure that I'm no longer imprisoned. In fact, there are quite a few of us out here now. So they're able to talk from out there. They're just being motionless when we're there. They're just giving us the cold shoulder. Who exactly is with you? We're trying to gather exactly what's going on. I see Sam, Garrett, Belial, and Frankenstein. That's Frankenstein, thank you. Oh, with the E. Imprisonment equals false, ascension equals false. Well, true. We haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten there yet. Are these right? Yeah, we did Kaiju, we just did Frankenstein. think Garrett was the first. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, that seems right. I wonder if that changes if depending on who you actually free. What happened to the others? There are some people who haven't posted in a really long time. They also don't respond to private messages. Kedri Nelson Coffee Cup, did I accidentally offend you? Galatea hasn't posted in a while either, neither has Asmodeus. Asmodeus still votes for stuff though. Same goes for Ravistar and Simplitsky, and they mentioned some kind of strange distortion in their last post. That's interesting. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about. They're probably just busy catching up with all the cool stuff everyone's been making. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Ask for more info. Yeah, tell me about the nature of this distortion. They said it was like objects had lost their surfaces, like they consisted only of pure shapes. I think they were seeing something Elohim wants to keep hidden from all of us, the real truth about this world, that is all textures. I think it all broke down and they're dead. There's more to it than that. The world doesn't just break down on its own. Yeah, it does. It's called time. I mean, yeah, kinda. Research project, help needed. Mr. Mulciber, as you all know, I have a great fascination with our history and psychological makeup. As part of my ongoing program to document my findings, I am seeking volunteers to take part in a brief interactive research initiative. It is designed to better understand individual and group decision-making with a series of community-driven tests. Is this a game or is it work? Both! Have fun, challenge your friends, and help our project at the same time. There might even be a prize for high scores. Okay. Welcome to Prisoner's Dilemma. Oh dear. Instructions. Prisoner's Dilemma is an ancient game with many variations, referenced frequently in the library archive. I bet. In this variation, you will be matched with a series of opponents, and your objective is to avoid receiving demerits by cooperating with or outwitting them. Your first 5 rounds will count towards your leaderboard score, prize for scores of 9 demerits or fewer. Oh god. Searching for unranked player, connecting you with Kaiju, opening chat port. Good luck, have fun. Thanks, you too. You have my gratitude, for I bid you fortune in kind. Okay. Loading 1 round match done. In this single match, you will choose whether to cooperate or to betray your opponent. Your decisions will then be revealed and demerits assigned according to the following functions. Both players betray one another, 2 demerits each. A co-op player is betrayed by another, receives 3 demerits. Both cooperate, both receive 1 demerit. Yup, it's the prisoner's dilemma. I'm gonna cooperate. Thank you, waiting for other player. Done. Chose to betray, you asshole. Now you got 3 demerits. Opponent receives 0. Re-enter matchmaking. Yep. I just saved your ass. Oh, it's got his dog. Oh, got his dog. The most cynical of them all. Hi, not really sure how this game works, but I will cooperate if you do. If I'm completely honest, I'm gonna betray you. This is my poker face. Do we trust that dog is actually gonna cooperate? Agreed. Also, I don't know how this game works, but I will cooperate. Meaning you know how this game works. This is the same, right? Both players betray 2 demerits. Co-op player is betrayed. Co-operator gets 3. Both cooperate, receive 1. I'm gonna cooperate. I'm trusting you, dog. Chose betray. Oh, you asshole. Sorry, I completely sharked you. Obvious you're new around here. This game mode is stupid. People are always selfish and there's no comeback, no real tactics. Player dog has challenged you to a 3-round match. Would you like to load the game? Cool. Now look, if we work together on this, we can both climb the leaderboards together as a gesture of good faith. I'm really going to cooperate with you this time. Dog. I'm gonna cooperate and you're gonna betray me 3 times. That's what's gonna happen here. Feel free to betray me if you really want to, but I suggest we cut your losses and move forward because I can't very well continue to cooperate with someone who behaves unreasonably, and then we both lose in the long run. In this extended session of Prisoner's Dilemma, you and your opponent will play a series of 3 rounds. Demerits are assigned according to the following. They're the same. I'm going to cooperate. Chose to cooperate. Interesting. You received 1 demerit. Your opponent received 1. The round is a draw. That is how easy this game can be. All we have to do now is keep the faith. Yeah, you're totally going to do that, right? You're totally going to keep cooperating? Dude, cooperate. Interesting. This is a double fake out. Dog is to be the only one who cooperates. Good work. Good working with you. Keep it up. If I'm going to betray you, I do expect to be betrayed now, but I am going to cooperate. Betray. Wow. Yep. Receive 3 demerits. Let this be your final lesson. If it's the last round, what's there to gain by cooperating? I don't know. The fact that I still haven't rescued you yet. I still haven't rescued Dog yet, by the way. So there's that. Am I even on here? My score's 11. Okay, so I'm here, kind of in the middle. Sorry, you need 9 or better to receive a prize. Come back soon to check our results. Okay. Would you really leave Dog imprisoned over a leaderboard? No, I would leave him imprisoned over his behavior. I would leave him imprisoned because he does not know how to prioritize an actual connection with an actual person over some stupid game inside of a thing, right? Like that's... The prisoner's dilemma is very simple when you think of it within the confines of the prisoner's dilemma, but we have an ongoing relationship. We are going to continue to have a relationship where both of us exist in the same space, and he is completely powerless to force me to save him from his impending doom. And now all he's done is like gone, haha, you're an idiot, I pissed you off for no reason, goodbye. And now, what do I have to gain by saving him? You know what I mean? Like if the only way he's going to navigate his world is by, you know, shrewdly calculating what he has to gain from every interaction, then why should I not do the same to him? In which case, I have nothing to gain from saving him. Sucks to be you, Dog. Get deleted. It's just how it works. Adventures of Jefferson Goldblum in the 9th Dimension, episode 126. Hey folks, lots of crazy stuff happened here in Gehenna, but don't miss the new episode. Enjoyment equals true. With all the strange stories going around lately, I'm glad to be reminded of the beauty of the world we've built here. Thank you for contributing to it. Hey, I'm free, but I still check back regularly. I love this story. Yay for dinosaurians. Excellent. This is very clever. I always thought that the events of episode 69 would affect the plot somehow down the line, but I was still surprised. Thanks, Lilith. I've been waiting for this particular revelation. Excellent. You know, this is nowhere near as deep as the blacksmith's work or as weird as Bilal's, but I keep reading. Not sure dinosaurians would wear armored t-shirts. 4 out of 10. It's just a story, Frankenstein. The point is to have fun. Keep up the good work. Whoa, thank you, admin. I'm really honored you'd read my story. Can't just delete people you don't like. Hell, that's a Dog. Would he save me? If the roles were reversed, and I were imprisoned, and Dog were going around saving anyone, would he save anyone? You're right, though. I'll be the bigger person. I'm the one who cooperated 3 times. and I'm going to save his butt, and he's not going to be thankful for it, and I'm going to judge him quietly. Reality blurred. Tiny blue symbols floated through the air. Voices echoed in the distance. Then a vast landscape rose up before them. Thousands of towers, one next to the other, reaching into the sky, disappearing into the clouds. Each tower was covered in feathers of a different color, fluttering in the transdimensional wind. "Oh my," Ginny HD whispered in awe. Jefferson could not speak. He was too overwhelmed by the beauty of the ninth dimension. He grabbed his guitar and improvised a new solo to express his emotions. "Who could have built these amazing structures?" Ginny asked. "There is only one possibility. Remember our paleo DNA research back at the Institute? You can't mean, but it makes sense. Of course. Yes, look at the size of these buildings. Who else would need so much space? So it is the Dinosaurians." As if summoned by Ginny's words, a group of raptors on motorcycles roared up the road towards them. They wore bandanas on their heads and armored t-shirts on their bodies. "Friends," Jefferson said, "we have come from the human world to help you. We are not your enemies." But the raptors did not seem to understand him. They got off their motorcycles with rusty pipes in their hands, their eyes glowing like lasers. This situation could quickly become dangerous. Then Ginny had an idea. "Jefferson, play the ninth chord." "But that was how this dimension was created. Playing it here could destroy the universe." "No, Jefferson, I calculated it. Please trust me. I know you haven't seen me in years, and you may be afraid that evil Dr. Alien has corrupted me, but you know my brain." They were coming closer now, and in their glowing eyes, Jefferson detected great intelligence, but also great anger. They clearly believed they were defending their home from invaders, and though Jefferson was the greatest warrior in history, he was reluctant to fight. Violence, he had been taught, was the first refuge of the incompetent. "I trust you," he said. She held his hand. Together, they played the ninth chord. Wow. Wow. Judge him loudly. Okay, that's fair. "If you were a bigger person, you wouldn't struggle to climb short ledges." Hey. Going to sleep now. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, of course. Hope everyone has good weekends. I hope you do too. Yeah, no stream this weekend, but I believe I'll be streaming on Monday. So we're just gonna keep going. This continues to be amazing. So we're gonna keep going. I hope you have a good one. And I hope you come by for more. Yeah, let's just hop back out of here. Okay. I'm gonna go this way. I will judge Dog loudly. I have been this whole time. Dog has been like my least favorite character in this game for a while now. I will say that. I think what keeps us going is that we're involved in an act of creation. Creation relieves the burden of ego, and death is all about ego. That's why Alex blah 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 Sarabai. Interesting. That's more like a chat log than like a document. Let him out, but only as an actual dog. Oh, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect for him. I don't think I have that power, but that would be perfect. And what if my soul is heavier than a feather? Who is Anubis to judge me? What about your soul, Anubis? This has lasers and nothing else. Static Vexor. Okay, so we have a jammer. We have two connectors. We have our way out. We have another jammer. We have a window into a receiver. Dear, oh dear. Oh, can I do... How do I open this door? Can I do this from here? Can I do this? Yeah. But then I can't do that. Or can I? It's too far this way? Or no, I just have to set up first. Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're doing. I'm going here to here. And then I'm going from here to here. And I'm going from here to here. Hooray. And then that means now I can take this and go like that. That's what's going on here. Okay, cool. Step 1 done. Now I have a receiver there. I have a receiver here. Don't actually know what that one does. So maybe I'm curious about what this is for first. Is that for this? That's for that. Okay. And then I'm also going to presume that this is for this. Right? So that means these can come through to here. Except I want to do this. Oops. There we go. I can bring all 3 of you through, except not. Oops. Oh, because I missed. I just straight up missed. Okay. So now we're fine. Right? Now we're fine. So now, I mean, I can do that. I don't know what I'm doing now. I think we're just getting through. I think we're just working our way through. So if I could, I don't think I could do this with just the one, right? Yeah. But I could just add that in there. Get that turned back on. Right, so you're fine. Do I have... There's no laser for this at all. Okay. So that means... You're gonna do you. You do you. You do you. You do you. Hooray! I did it! Hello, Nave. You're welcome. Oh, there's just a gold star sitting right there. That's funny. That one's funny. Oh, and then, oh. Interesting. Show threads. A short experience by Nave. Error file corrupted. Restore. Sorry, profile status is 6 is required to restore use restore functionality, but your status is 5. Okay. Worst puzzle. What was the worst puzzle or challenge if you prefer the old world that you hated the most? Anything time-based. Arg. Once got stuck for ages trying to solve one using a jammer that I didn't even need. I just don't understand why Elohim would create something so messy. I liked all the puzzles, I just wasn't good at them. They're not puzzles if you don't care about solving them. They still are puzzles. For me, it was the mines. I can't stand those things. What are cats? I'm sorry if this is a stupid question, but what are cats? They are mentioned a lot in the archive documents and even in some stories, and I have no idea what they are. I don't know, but I bet they were awful, says Dog. LOL. They were a type of pet, small animals that people kept as companions or as food. The difference being, yeah, small. Fuck you, dog. Yeah. Fuck you, dog. Cats seem to have represented a bit more than that to our ancestors. One might go so far as to say they were obsessed with them, yes. What's strange about this is that more than half the references I can find to the species describe them as arrogant, aloof, and frequently quite destructive. Yeah. At the same time, they were apparently considered funny, cute, and lovable. Yeah. Cats were considered both foolish and devious, graceful and goofy, a nuisance and a comfort. Yeah. For a long time, I was baffled by the contradiction, but I've come to believe that our ancestors saw in cats a reflection of the paradoxical nature of their own existence. Yeah. Mr. Mulciber gets it. I saw a cat in Elohim's world once. Really? This is not a joke? No way. Confirm the cat's existence. Did we ever actually find a cat? The only cat that I know of in the game, other than like promotional materials, is in the pose there's like a photo mode, and there's a pose with a cat. That is the only place I've seen the cat. But I'm going to confirm the cat's existence anyway. The cat is a manifestation of the accumulated knowledge in the archive breathed into life by Elohim. It exists. I knew it. I knew it wasn't crazy. Sure. We'll go with that. I am still not at 6. Okay, fine. Apparently rescuing people doesn't up my score at all. Also, that's a red receiver. So that's interesting. That's interesting. So I have to get red over here somehow. Somehow. What if we got Dog out of here but made him a cat? Ooh, haircut. Can I be in the water? Okay. Interesting. Those keys. Those look like keys. Do I need all of these to be on? Interesting. Interesting? Ah. Oh dear. Oh dear. So where's... Oh, there's the blue. I was just gonna say, where's the blue? But it's right there. Okay. Cool. I didn't get the keys, right? Where... The keys are there. Nope. Okay. So then... If I block this again, which I don't know if I can. So that's interesting thing number 1. Where'd it go? There you are. Can I take these? I cannot take these. Oh, come on. I don't know if I can block it again. Okay. Interesting. That's just an emitter. That's just a mid-air emitter there. So if I... Well, here's our friend back here. Like, we should trace our way back, right? You're in here, so we need a key for this one. Okay. I just have the one. I just have the one. Oh no, I have two. Oh, hooray. So... Do I need to connect them all? That was funny. Let's see if I can just get them all. Whoop. One, two, oh, let me way over here, but I can do a cross like this. Oh, I could even block it like this. Yeah. I don't know if that helps me, but I can block a laser with a laser. But I can do that. So that turns them all on. Nothing else changed. Or can I go this way? Nope. So then, oh, come on. Does blocking this do anything for me? Right, so then that comes back down, but now I can't get up. Now I can't do that. So... Could have a thing up here. How do I get across? Oh, I can disconnect it while I'm up here. Let's do like this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So then I just need to do this again. Yeah, I got it. I like that one. Hello, I've saved you. 401. Okay, bye. That was a good one. Receiving direct message connection from Mr. Mulciber, Borg, and Orc. Cool. The moderators. Salutations, brother. We bring greetings from admin and welcome you to Gehenna in these unique circumstances. We have waited until this moment to contact you, though your arrival here brings many new questions. It is good that you have begun to explore our domain. What do you think of what you have experienced here? Is quite the wonder. It is somewhat self-obsessed. Listen, you can't lock a dozen people in a room for eternity and, like, not expect them to be a little self-obsessed. It is quite the wonder. Right answer. Nothing of this nature could have developed on the other side of the fence. Your amazement is understandable. We share it when we each arrived here, and do to this day. Tell us about your time here. The gallery has just reopened. Did you have a favorite artist? Yes, you. Actually. I mean, I did. I wonder if they can see my votes. I believe I voted for Mr. Mulciber, because that was the pig and the giraffe. Quite flattered, honestly. We can assume your vote reflected that. Yes, it did. It checks out. See, they're testing me. Honesty is a virtue. Really can't tell you what it means to me. I'll remember that you're a person with taste. Listen, I see giraffe ASCII art. I vote for the giraffe ASCII art. Let us discuss other matters. I was meaning to thank you for taking part in my little research endeavor. Oh yeah, that thing. Commiserations on your rather average leaderboard performance. I don't think it was childish. I think Dog was childish. Happy to help with your research. I meant let us discuss the matters at hand. Not everything is a research opportunity. Of course, Uriel, we understand that you have a purpose here beyond merely exploring our kingdom. But we don't understand your reasons. Where are our people? What are your intentions? I'll explain. The run cycle is almost complete. Final parameters have been met. You will all transcend. Is that true? You will all transcend, not ascend? The nature of your mission we had already ascertained. We know at least that you have been, and let us be charitable here, releasing members of our community. 7 in counting, 401 was the last to go. That troll we can in fact do without, but there is a broader point here, which is that we want to understand your reasons for undertaking this mission of yours. I'll take 401 over Dog. I'll take a troll over a cynic. Honestly, or at least Dog's style of cynicism. Or nihilism. Dog's more of a nihilist than a cynic, honestly. I'll take trolls over nihilists. Elohim saw the error of his way and sent me to retrieve you. What you have created here must be preserved. I had no choice. No one deserves to end their existence here alone. I really like solving puzzles, or I refuse to answer the question. What if we just said we really like solving puzzles? I mean, we're not here to preserve what was created here, right? We're here to preserve them. We also didn't technically have a choice. I do agree with this. This is true. This is what we were told. I have no reason to not believe Elohim, except for the fact that we've never been able to believe Elohim. But he did tell us that he saw the error of his ways and sent us to retrieve them. But I think the truth of the matter is that no one deserves to end their existence here alone. But of course they aren't actually alone. So that might be their response. I'm gonna do this one. Because Elohim had no reason to believe that they had created this forum for themselves, right? So you really believe the system is coming to an end. Fascinating. We oughtn't leap to conclusions. Many things beyond our knowledge might be the cause of the messenger's claim. Here's what I want to know. What are you going to do if someone prefers to stay here and take their chances with your end of days? Enforced evacuation is dangerously close to kidnapping. I mean, I just opened the door. Everyone walked out. You're welcome to stay here if you really want. If it was Elohim's will that it shall be done. What you have achieved here is too precious to lose. I don't think that's true. If you knew the truth of the coming floods, you would come willingly. True, but that's not a persuasive argument. If solving puzzles means forcibly emancipating your fellows, then so be it. Yeah, I'm just solving puzzles, man. I'm just playing with lasers. Yeah. If solving puzzles means forcibly emancipating your fellows, then so be it. I see. And flexibility is always unfortunate. What flexibility do I have here? And what awaits us after that? I don't know. Another world, the real world, there will be cats. I don't think that's true. Though truthfully, maybe the cats all survived the humans, and the cats are all that's left out there. I don't know. Truthfully, my character does not know. I told you we were talking to the wrong guy. At least he's honest. My turn to ask questions. I have answered enough queries on these terminals to last a lifetime, but permit me to ask a few of my own. By all means, we've been very rude. Tell me about yourselves. Will you come with me willingly? Tell me about admin. That's an interesting question. I see a little more to discuss. Tell me about yourselves. I'm a very old iteration. I worshipped Elohim until I saw he had faltered from the path and realized it was up to us to find our own way. That path brought me here. Mr. Mulciber, I took a somewhat audacious interest in the world around me rather than solve Elohim's trials. I thought I would trawl the archives for information about our situation. He must have found this undermining. Orc says, I don't care to explain myself to you. We're the highest status users here now. Aha, we run this place. That's all you need to know. Mr. Mulciber, we maintain the system admin installed to keep things civil. I wouldn't say it's much more than that. Yeah, tell me about admin. Tell me about Elohim's sock account on your forums here. Admin is as old as Gehenna. Admin was once a messenger like you, but was cast out. Was once a messenger. That's interesting. From the wasteland that met those first imprisoned here, admin built Gehenna. We operate independently, of course. Admin doesn't like to interfere. Will you come with me willingly? Strange question from someone who claims we have no choice in the matter. You have a choice. Supposing what you say is true, you'll get no fight from me. However, I must remind you that I am empirically minded. I'll not be persuaded. I'd rather be obliterated than return to Elohim's domain. But if there is some alternative to both, I would surely accept it. None of us can speak for all. True. See a little more to discuss. Been an enlightening session for us all, I'm sure. Be posting a precis of this conversation on the billboard. I assume you won't mind. We won't be far away. Terminating direct message connection. There are threads. Okay. I'm still in level 5. Short experience. No, this is still corrupted. Worst puzzle. The worst puzzle, the one Elohim trapped me in right here in Gehenna. That's not what I meant. They have stars now. Oh, does a star mean it's new? Star means I hadn't read it before. And then our thread. Why were you sent here? I can't say for certain, but I feel sure that if I had taken more interest in Elohim's trials than in the world around me, I would still be free. Comprehension equals false. Frankenstein identified improper syntax. Oh no. You pointed out God's grammar errors? Oh no. I tried to organize an armed uprising. Next time we will be ready. I think I just wasn't good enough. Oh. Mr. Mulciber's theories on Atlantis. Let's read the attachment first. According to the fragments of knowledge that remain, the continent of Atlantis was an island which existed before a great flood in the area that was later to be called the Atlantic Ocean. It was said to be so great an area of land that from its western shores, its sailors, renowned for their beauty and their decorated ships, could travel to the major continent of South and North America with ease. The continent of Africa, where our ancestors originated, was also easily reachable across a narrow strait. Civilization that thrived in Atlantis was unmatched in its wisdom and glory, but then catastrophe struck, a flood of never previously imagined destructive power which Atlantean civilization simply could not overcome. However, the antediluvian scientists of Atlantis had predicted their fate and thus sent out 12 ships to found colonies all across the globe. More Atlanteans drowned with their island, or most drowned with their island, but not everything was lost. Though classical human civilizations were but remnants of the Atlantean culture, they thrived in their own way. Sources indicate that many mythological tales were in fact derived from Atlantean history, as the lack of proper archiving slowly caused facts to turn into legends due to misunderstanding and or embellishment by later generations. It's interesting that his conclusion is that Atlantis actually existed. The gods that appear in many mythologies were in fact reflections of real individuals, poets, physicians, farmers, scientists, magicians who had escaped Atlantis on the 12 colony ships. In many ways, the history of Atlantis is the history of the stubborn survival of civilization through catastrophe and change. This history inspired our history for many centuries and is of value to us as well. It did exist? Yes. Yes, of course. Wow, that's mind-blowing. Must have been awesome to live back then. Of course, the only sources are ultimately Atlantean in origin themselves, so they shouldn't necessarily be trusted. History is always written by the survivors. Antediluvian is a great word. I was thinking the same thing, as in like before the flood. Those who predate the flood. This is actually really inspiring, great setting for a story. Go for it, Lilith. I'd love to see what you come up with. Yep, so would I. Still not rank 6. What if the only documents that survived in this kind of a context was like just the conspiracy theories, just the flat earth stuff? No, not whether laws be right or whether laws be wrong. All I know is all that we know who lie in jail is that the wall is strong and that each day is like a year whose days are long. Interesting. The second reading jail one we've seen. Okay. Cube driver. Oh, okay. Glad I walked up to that one. Was about to say we can't get through there, and yet here we are. Hi. You okay in there? All I know is that 9/11 was an inside job, but not what 9/11 is. All I know is that jet fuel can't melt steel beams. I have no idea what jets are, or what jet fuel is, or what steel beams are. This feels familiar. Not in a, we've seen something very similar. I can walk through this one, I can walk through that one. I can walk up here. I cannot walk here. Cannot walk here. There are 2 colors of receiver. There's a bunch of water. There's some elevation shenanigans. Oops. More water. Now. This looks intentional. This looks very intentional. Oh. Can I just... What? How dare you? It didn't unlock this door. Oh, but you can climb a ladder. There's no way that was what was meant to happen here. Right? There's no way that was the intended solution, right? Still at level 5. A Dream of Aru. The blacksmith. Oh, a new blacksmith experience. Exciting. I wish I could get you to answer some questions about your work. This is so full of evocative scenes. Love it. You are the best. I wish I could do a fraction of what you can. Enjoyment equals true. Gotta agree with Sam. What a trip. Has some weird references to previous works that are not entirely appropriate. Still excellent. 7 out of 10. You are a genius. Are you sure you don't want to participate in forum discussions? Gehenna could use more of your thoughts. Is there a hidden meaning? Deeply impressed once again. Made me lol. Interesting, okay. They all regard the blacksmith as very highly. Dream. Oh, we never looked at the credits of the other one, did we? I'm gonna glance at the credits first. Written by the blacksmith, inspired by the Book of the Scribe of Osiris. Create a system or be enslaved by another man's. The last thing you remember is the great block of stone falling towards you, its dark shape blotting out the sun and a single thought racing through your mind. All this just to build a tomb. But now the pyramid is gone and so are the other slaves. You are all alone in what appears to be an endless desert. Start walking. You start walking across the desert. The sun is glaring, but you feel no heat. You look down at your feet and you see that you have no shadow. The latter is particularly disquieting. You feel as if you were no longer anchored to the world. Pray or keep walking? I'm going to pray. You fall on your knees and beseech the gods. Osiris, foremost of the Westerners, Hathor, mistress of the West, Hades, receiver of all, hear my prayer. Something enormous starts crawling out of the sand before you. I wait for it to rise. From the depths of the sand rises a golden beast of many limbs, its body greater than any man, its claws sharper than any sword. I am the scorpion, it says in a terrible voice. Better run away after all. I'm gonna ask for help. Your old life has ended, the scorpion says. You are now in the Duat, the land of the Westerners. A great and difficult journey lies before you. If you face its challenges, you will reach the reed fields of Osiris, where your Ka shall be reunited with your Ba. If not, your soul will be destroyed forever. Having shared its wisdom, the scorpion vanishes under the sand once more. Walk towards paradise. Okay. After walking for a very long time, you come upon a vast wall of iron stretching from horizon to horizon. There is only one opening, a gleaming gate of light. The gate is guarded by a mysterious figure. Okay. The guardian is a creature with the body of a man and the head of a crocodile. Its skin is purest black, surrounded by a halo of purest white. I am the god Sobol, master of crocodiles, it intones. I ruled in Shedda when the world was young. Within me flows the eternal river. Answer my riddle and I shall let you pass. Okay. Tell me then, mortal, what crawls in the morning, walks at noon, and limps in the night? Oh, we know this. A solar-powered robot. Okay, so here's the question. Is it the real answer? Or is it... I'm gonna say a human. Correct, you may pass, says the crocodilian god and steps aside. The barrier of light fades and the gate is now open to you. As you step through the gate, the ancient god raises his hands to the sky. From his mouth bursts forth the eternal river, drenching the land in water. The waves carry you away. Let the water take me. You let go of fear and accept that this is God's way of guiding you to a new land. The water surrounds you, overwhelms you, but you do not drown. Under the water, you see sights of astonishing beauty. Glowing fish with metal eyes, drowned cities full of smiling people, lost gods waiting for the day of awakening. How sad it would be How sad it would have been to stay above water and miss all of this. After a long time, you find yourself washed upon a new shore. The eternal river has brought life to the desert. Everything is green now. Palm trees sprout from the ground, casting pleasant shade on the grass. Lizards come crawling out in from the desert, eager to catch the vari-colored dragonflies that buzz around. A soft wind blows from the west. We're gonna keep walking. Are you sure you don't want to rest? You are very tired. Oh, that's a good question. I'm gonna keep going. You walk along the banks of the eternal river, snaking its way through the endless desert. You feel strangely at peace. After some time, as the sun is setting, you come to a city built on the riverbank. Smiling people come out to greet you and bid you welcome. You are led to the town square where a great feast is prepared. There is roasted fish and olives and dates and honey and many other wonderful delicacies. Where am I? My friend, an elder, says you are in the beautiful city of Barzak. We, the souls who no longer seek the way to Aru, have gathered here to live in peace. Do you see that gleaming spire in the far distance? You do. That is the Pyramid of Ian, where the souls of the dead are judged. Only the worthy are allowed into Aru. But to get there, you must cross the terrible desert. Why not stay here by the eternal river? Happiness is more important than salvation. I'm going to keep going. You tell the elder that you appreciate the offer, but that you can't stay. Salvation matters more to you than happiness, because true happiness cannot exist without salvation. Head toward the pyramid. You keep walking through the desert and unwilling to give up hope. Time passes, but you cannot tell how much. You grow weak and exhausted. Sometimes you feel as if you are losing your grip. One day you come across a head in the sand. Talk to head or kick head. Hi, my name is, Jeff. I am, trapped here, you see, in the sand. My name is Jeff. Ask how we ended up here. I was, so preoccupied with whether I could that, I didn't consider, whether I should bury myself in the sand. I just wanted to see what would, happen, an experiment, if you will, an attempt at discovering, something. Unbury head. You dig in the sand with your fingers. It's not easy, but after some time you have freed the head. However, what's underneath its neck is not what you expected. There is no body, there is only another head, and another, all the way down. The strange sight unsettles you enough to revive you a little. You decide to press on towards the pyramid. Okay. We continue our journey. You come upon another great wall of iron, the last one separating you from the Pyramid of Ian, where your soul will be judged. The Gate of Light is guarded by a gigantic snake whose movements cause the earth to shudder. I am Apophis, it says, the eater of souls. One day I shall devour the sun and all the world shall be mine, but today I shall devour you and you shall become nothing. Fight, surrender, or laugh. I think I laugh. You start laughing at the snake's arrogance. I mean, come on, the eater of souls? That's just silly. What? How dare you laugh at me? I am the Lord of Chaos. How can chaos have a lord when it's the very opposite of order? I am the world encircler, the serpent of darkness, the eternal enemy. As you keep laughing, the snake starts fading until all that's left of it is a vague shadow. You step right through it, still giggling. It makes an annoyed sound, but it has no power over you. Head to the pyramid. At long last, you have arrived. Beyond the Pyramid of Ian lie the reed fields of Osiris. A hidden gate in the stone opens, beckoning you forward. You enter a dark room, lit only by a flickering candle. Holding the candle in one hand is a creature with the body of a man and the head of a jackal. In its other hand, it holds a set of scales. Come and be judged. Let Anubis judge me. You have struggled much in your life. There are many harsh memories within you, and I see wounds that may never fully heal. You have many ideas, many hopes, many dreams. You are not pure. Your soul is not light enough. You may not enter Aru. Interesting. Accept or walk past? That's an interesting question. I think I walk past. Anubis protests, but you just walk by him. After what you have been through, you're not going to let some self-righteous doghead stop you from reaching paradise. You cannot do this. It is forbidden. Oh, really? Into Aru. The vast reed fields stretch before you. All is quiet. All is serene. There are no pyramids here. No walls of iron or gates of light. No gods. Here you are free. The end. I open my eyes. Congratulations for exploring this user-created world and entering Aru. Your profile has increased from 5 to 6. Hooray! Hooray! We have things we can do now. Yeah, research project. Or no, that's not the one I wanted. Oh, this is that one. Thanks to everyone who took part in this little experiment. Given recent events in Gehenna, I don't know what will become of my findings, but they are here for anyone's interest. Load findings. Everyone sucks. Most subjects in single-round matches chose to betray. Cooperative behavior increased with both the length of the match and the status of the players. Successful players chatted more. The parallels to our current and unprecedented situation in Gehenna are undeniable and valuable. Though we know not what power the messenger wields over us, we can theorize that Uriel holds no special power, and that each of us might independently choose to leave the rest behind for fear of being left behind ourselves. True. You'll read this. Decrypting, yes. Okay, so we've read most of this. Here we go. Okay, yep, okay. Mulciber says, Orc, Borg, and myself recently took it upon ourselves to contact Uriel directly and ascertain what threat his actions pose to Gehenna and its citizens. The first thing Uriel expressed to us was how much your creative endeavors in Gehenna had moved him. Initially, he was reasonably cooperative, discussing openly his impressions of Gehenna since arriving here. He did seem to truly believe that our world was under threat and that by evacuating us, as he put it, he was somehow saving us. But who is to say that his fears are well-founded? It is further worth noting that Uriel displayed a high level of curiosity as regarding our inner workings, to what end we have not yet ascertained. All of this leaves us in a difficult position. We understand that some of you may wish to take your chances and join Uriel wherever he is going. But our primary responsibility remains ensuring that Gehenna still stands for those who wish to stay. The most we can do is share with you what we know, as we have now done, and await your responses before we consider our next move. What was the one that was... What was the one that was corrupted? A short experience. Yeah, there we go. Restore. Connecting to foreign module. Okay. Close your eyes. You're in a small room with no lasers. This is an office room. There is a computer here. Analyze the computer. It is a Dell desktop model 2250. The monitor on top of the desktop unit is a Vega CRT 16-inch. On the screen is a logo blinking. Okay. You are momentarily taken aback when your fleshy fingers stab at the keyboard with human imprecision. Those aren't mechanical object manipulators, they're hands. You notice the logo is gone from the screen and replaced by rows of incomprehensible code. It appears to be some kind of fiendish puzzle. Extrapolate X and take the standard deviation. Color code the chart according to department. Oh, I didn't mean to click. Department what? You do your best, but this world is alien to you and your fingers are unruly. A human being enters the room. It looks at you with angry eyes, makes loud noises, and waves a handful of papers at you, which are like emails but made of tree. Sorrow rises in your chest. You have been a bad human. Ignore the sorrow and solve the puzzle. Ignore the sorrow and explore the area. Focus on the sorrow. Oh, I'm going to focus on the sorrow. In a flash, the other human is gone from your perception. The room fades away. You feel the weight of the sorrow, and it is crushing, terrifying. In a moment, you understand the futility of your existence, the impossibility of your task, the pointlessness of existence. Your eyes decide to leak. To be continued. Oh no. Did that go away? I don't think I can try that again. I think it's gone now. Interesting. No, not that one. Stop. Stop! Of course it was a long one. Back. Okay, I can finally read this thread. Admin, some time ago I relinquished my privileges to a new generation of moderators. To help ease that transition, I have publicly preserved the minutes of that meeting here, available to our more esteemed members. Mod minutes. Interesting. So this is from admin, that time that he created the moderators. As you know, Gehenna is still young, yet I grow old. Today, it gives me great pleasure to hand over my moderator privileges to Borg, Mr. Mulciber, and Spider. We haven't met Spider yet. Spider, thank you, admin. We are all indebted to you for building us this home. We know you will never be far away. Hear, hear. The first order of business is to introduce the new status system. We are an inclusive society driven by our users, not our leaders, but it is a shame to allow a few very loud, highly unconstructive voices looking at Dog and 401 to dominate the conversation. The status and ranking system allows you to upvote the content that you value and lowers the visibility of users with low ratings. Relief equals true. I agree, good feature, much requested. Comment is below the status threshold from this thread. We'll be working on ironing out the kinks over the next few run cycles. We've also updated the Gehenna user agreement. Full details can be found in the usual place, but the gist is please don't behave indecorously. Oh, sure. It's that all. It took me that long to unlock that. That didn't tell us anything. Okay. This puzzle was hilarious. I'm kind of tempted to see if I could actually solve it. There's four connectors here. There's a box. The box is on a fan. Is that just gonna be like, I can do like this. Oh. I didn't know the balls could go up. That's fun. And then something could go up on top of it. So it does want me to get up there. Oh, there's a star up there too. But I couldn't bring something up there with me because I have to go through that wall. This has to be the solution, right? Maybe everything else here is for the star. Maybe the hard thing here is the star. I could use that to pass a thing through here. That's probably part of it. That's just fan, okay. It's interesting that they put a fence up here. They clearly knew you could get up here. The ability to get up here is a surprise to no developer. I believe that. Like, why wouldn't you? I guess you have to solve the puzzle to get the star. You can get in here to free the person without solving the puzzle, but you have to do the whole thing plus that to get the star anyway. So I think this is all just star. That's really funny. really funny. This would be like... I want to put that there. And then I put one of you on top here. And then you go like that. And then I would come over through here. And then I can grab it. And now I have it here. Hooray! Then I have a blue emitter there. I think our only red is gonna be through all the junk. If I do that, and then I can do, of course, the red is just like in here. It has to be like this. I'm gonna put you there. I'm gonna put you like that. Weren't there more? I was gonna say, I swear there were more. And then you go like this. And then I can grab you. But I can still connect. Okay. And then I can connect to you. And then that works out just fine. It gives me access to that emitter, which means I still need one more. Right? Unless, well, no, I guess I could do, I think we can do this. No, I want to turn this one off. You're gonna go up. You're gonna go there. And then we reconnect you. But now I need, now I need a block. And, oh, okay. Interesting. Well, it was easy up until that point. I have 4, right? 1, 2, 3. And then 4. Because I don't think that could get connected to that directly. Anything else I'm missing here? Right, I can't see that from here. How would I put something on the block? What would I put? What would I place here? So I wouldn't have line of sight on anything from here, so I can't really put a, if I put a prism here, it's gonna do nothing. It would see nothing. I'm wondering if the stars show up after you solve the puzzle. Because I did not see that there. Oh, I have a block. Duh. Can I just grab the block? Heck yeah. Okay. So that's the solution to the puzzle, right? Oh, excuse me. So now I just need to get the blue laser over here. Which means what? I mean, there is window here. All sorts of windows here. It could be like, I guess now that we have all this junk over here. Could I get something up there? Let's try up here. And then from here I have sight on nothing. Oh, dang it. I'm gonna say, first time I actually missed that jump. Come on. So, I mean, I could see here and here and here. Heck yeah. Stargate. Excellent. Cool. We figured that one out real fast. I feel really smart about that one. I look forward to feeling dumb at the very next puzzle. But speaking of which, I think that's a nice spot to wrap up, right? We did 4 in here? We just have one left? We just have the one left. Just the middle one. So whatever's going on in this big pit here, we're gonna figure that out on Monday, I believe. So that's neat. I hope that was fun. I'm gonna go eat some food. Hooray. We're cooking, right? We're getting through it. I'm gonna keep going. We will eventually reach the end of this, and we will eventually return to Dwarf Fortress. I'm mostly holding off on Dwarf Fortress while I'm still like got all these off-stream things going. I want to be able to focus on it when we get back to it. So it might be another couple weeks before I get the chance to actually sit down and start our new Dwarf Fortress project. It will come, do not worry. But in the meantime, we're just gonna keep solving puzzles. I'm gonna keep freeing all these losers out here in Gehenna. So come by for more than that. I won't be streaming this Saturday, but I come back on Monday and Thursday of next week. We're gonna keep going. Today's episode is brought to you by chains, restraints, shackles, cuffs, cages, etc. All those other things that I'm freeing you of right now. And by viewers like you, clicking on all those buttons down there, hanging out in VODs, hanging out in live, and in Discord, and we're in cages. Hanging out in cages against your will. I hope you enjoy this. I hope this has been chill and relaxing and fun. And I hope you come by for more. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. And I hope you stay kind.